Back to Kilmallock for the second of these quarter-finals as Ballysteen going to attack. Ballylanders going to attack straight off the bat from the throw. Monaleen opens the score for Ballysteen, or for Ballylanders. Sorry, Matt, and a fast start here.
Yeah, shades of the first game where Noel Callan had a point up in a matter of seconds. An ideal start for Ballylanders and for O'Mahony.
We'll give you the team news in a moment here. Changes on both teams. Ballylanders, first of all, Declan O'Connor starts in goals for them. Moss Kelly is at cornerback, Matt, fullback.
Yeah, what I think, it appears to me Shane Fox is out, and it appears to me that the Ballylanders full back line will be Owen Martin, who is named at left full back, will switch to the right corner. Mossy Kelly, who was named in the right corner, will go to full back, and Jason Lee has come in the left corner.
Rest of the Ballylanders team now is Brian O'Connell and Stephen Walsh. Tom O'Dwyer in the half-back line. Midfield sees Liam Martin and Mark O'Connell. Owen O'Mahony, as already mentioned, scored that opening point of the game. Kieran Kelly and Danny Froon in the half-forward line. And the full-forward line is Jimmy Barry Murphy, Owen Walsh and Stephen Fox. We'll give you the Ballysteen team as soon as we have it here. Live on Sporting Limerick for the second Senior Football Championship quarter-final as Ballysteen come into attack with Packy Moore. And he's one of those changes. Inside to Danny Neville. Neville now pulled back. Advantage here given by referee John Denez, and Danny Neville has a go. Lays the ball off to Dara Ranahan. Ranahan back inside again to Packy Moore. Moore has a go. It's well stopped on the line there by Declan O'Connor, and Ballylanders come away with the ball. Straight down the line, Matt.
Yeah, I know you'll be giving the team in a second, but what has happened is Pa Ranahan hasn't started and Moore has come in, but here's Danny Froon going through. And Danny Froon sending it over. Another
super score there from Ballylanders, who have settled very fast in this quarter-final game. Danny Froon, as Matt said, with a fantastic score. Has 2 points to no score here after just over 2 minutes played. And just back to Matt now for that Ballysteen team.
Yeah, the Ballysteen team, Conor Ranahan is in goal and he's the captain. The full back line is Conor Enright, Kevin McMahon and Jason Daly. The half back line now is Killian Ferris, Pa Ranahan and John O'Shaughnessy, who comes in instead of Matt O'Mara, who was named to start. Midfield is James O'Mara and Paddy Vaughan. The half forward line is unchanged. Sean Whelan, Mark Ranahan and Willie O'Mara. Morris Summers, who was named at number 13, is not playing. He has been replaced by Dara Ranahan and Danny Neville. Now they gave John O'Shaughnessy gone back into the half back line. We'll just have to find out who is playing at left corner forward, because John O'Shaughnessy did not come in directly.
Okay, it's Jimmy Barry Murphy to line that free up for Ballylanders here. We'll check that other change for Ballysteen in a moment. It's Murphy from 45 yards. Looks good from here. Hits the post and goes wide. First wide of the game, but Ballylanders have started very, very quickly here.
Ballylanders have really started on the front foot. It's a complete contrast to the last day that they were out when you know they trailed the Piershick for over 50 minutes. Now I'm trying to resolve what is the final lineup there of St Kierans, and it looks Palestine. Sorry, it looks.
It's a fantastic score from Ballylanders. They got 3 points. A lovely score from Tom O'Dwyer. Cut across the ball from all of nearly 40 metres anyway. And Ballylanders now stretch into a 3 points to no score lead. Have certainly started quicker and settled quicker than Ballysteen, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. What it looks is that Matt O'Mara and John O'Shaughnessy have changed positions. John O'Shaughnessy has gone back in defence. Matt O'Mara has gone up into the attack.
We're up to date now with the team news here as a fantastic catch from Owen Mahoney from the Ballysteen kick out. O'Mahony now looking for movement ahead of him. He gives it long, looking for Jimmy Barry Murphy. Owen Walsh is around him as well, but it's Murphy that wins it. Looks back, it's a Danny Froon. Froon now well blocked down from the Ballysteen defence, and it's flicked away, and away they come with the ball. Ballysteen now with Sean Whelan. He lays it off, and out here on his own is James O'Mara, but it's easily won back here by Liam Martin. Martin back now to Stevie Fox. Fox has the ball back inside to Owen Walsh now, and the big midfielders Mark O'Connell. O'Connell has a strike. That's a fantastic score And Ballylanders go into a 4-point to no score game. Matt utterly dominant here in the opening 5 minutes.
Absolutely, completely dominant, and you must remember that we haven't 5 minutes on the clock yet, and they have been quality scores practically without exception. And we talked about the slow build up and the build up of Monaleen in the previous game. Certainly, the build up of Ballylanders so far has been very, very impressive.
Conor Ranahan to take this kick out now and trying to slow things down a little bit for Ballysteen. It's Ranahan to kick it. He looks to be going long here, and long he goes. Right bang into the middle, but it's Mark O'Connell's there and he wins it. But it's Ballysteen to come away with possession, and it's James O'Mara on the ball. Ball out onto the right and off they go on the run. Sean Whelan again with the ball outside to Mark Ranahan. Mark now. Low ball into Danny Neville. Neville being marked tightly by Moss Kelly, but Neville turns his man. Has the advantage. Has a go with his left foot, and Ballysteen are on the board with a fantastic score from Danny Neville. And Matt O'Callaghan, a fantastic score by Danny Neville. That was very, very badly needed.
Very, very badly needed to get him off the mark. They're appearing at this stage for the first time in quite a while, and they needed to settle. And really, what they needed was the start that Ballylanders got. But they will be happy now with that response. At least they're off the mark.
Danny Froon wins a free over on the far side, awarded by Jonathan Hayes of St. Senans, today's referee for the second game. We were streaming live here on Sporting Limerick's YouTube channel. Live double headers. Jimmy Barry Murphy has the ball. Tried to be tackled by Conor Enright, but it's Murphy that comes away with it with Danny Froon. Froon with the ball in. It's well defended by the Ballysteen for the back line. And away they come with the ball. Paddy Vaughan with the ball. Gives it back inside, and it's Matt O'Mara that comes away with it in the end for Ballysteen. James O'Mara now with it. Looks Sean Whelan outside here. He gives it in long to Ranahan. Ranahan has it now, but it's Ballylanders come away. Instead, Jonathan Hayes decided to give a free. You see Dara Ranahan there, who won the free. It's John O'Shaughnessy as well, looking for a quick one, but they decide to slow it down. And Mark Ranahan, one of the best free takers around Limerick, to try and reduce the lead to just 2 points.
Yeah, he's consistent, and that's not wanting to put the commentator's curse on him now or anything. You would certainly have to say that it is within his range. Not an easy kick, but a kickable ball.
That's Mark Ranahan lining this up. Ball of 37 or 8 metres. A good strike. It's tail in left though. It's kept in play by Ballylanders, but they come away with the ball. It's Owen Martin who kept that ball in play as Ballylanders launch another attack. Up here towards Stevie Fox, but it's very, very well run by Jason Daly, and then Mark Ranahan. Great ball in from Ranahan. Inside to Willie O'Mara. Shots on. Ball in from Matt O'Mara. Chance here for Danny Neville. Inside to Mark Ranahan. Ranahan still has it. And it's no free. Ballysteen looking for the free. Instead, it's Ballylanders coming away with the ball. It's going to be a throw-in in the end. Referee Jonathan Hayes deciding not to give any free here. And Matt?
Yeah, there seems to be a number 25 on the field for Ballysteen, who is down here as unidentified in the programme, so we have to try and identify who the missing person is.
Not John O'Shaughnessy.
No, I don't think so.
We'll try and solve that mystery as this first half goes on here in Kilmallock's first half of the Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-final between Ballylanders and Ballysteen. Ballylanders leading 4 points to 1 after 9 minutes of play. Man down for Ballylanders is Moss Kelly. In fact, it's Danny Froon that's down. Danny chased all the way back to his full back line to snuff out that Ballysteen attack. Back with play, and Jonathan Hayes will be throwing it up. It's Ballysteen to come away with the ball. Looking for a free. It's Conor Ranahan with it. Ranahan's done for over carrying, and it'll be a free out for Ballylanders. That was Dara Ranahan that was blown up for that free. Ballylanders slowing it down. Invariably going short, and he does. And away they come with Stephen Walsh. Walsh gives it inside to Owen O'Mahony, and Owen O'Mahony is off again. Scored the opening point in that after just a few seconds. Brilliant defending though from Ballysteen. And away they come again. Excellent from from Willie O'Mara, but it's Ballylanders with the ball again. It's Mark O'Connell. He's got Denny Froon. Froon has the pace. Beats Killian Ferris. Froon has a go, and that's straight over the bar from Denny Froon. A mistake by Ballysteen in losing the ball around inside their own 65. Mattin's punished.
Yeah, punished and well worked by Ballylanders, and a very sublime finish actually by Denny Froon, because he had little space. The angle was difficult, and he just nonchalantly put it over the bar. The missing man, the enigma, has been resolved. It's John O'Shaughnessy wearing number 25.
Thanks very much for that one, Matt, as we sort that mystery out. As Ballylanders come on the attack with Stevie Fox. Back inside to the middle to Kieran Kelly. Kieran Kelly across to Mark O'Connell. O'Connell with a bit of pace. Taking on his opposite midfielder, Paddy Vaughan. It's O'Connell still going. He has the advantage of a free. Jonathan Hayes eventually has to bring it back, and it's going to be a free from a scoreable angle straight in front of the goal, all of 45 metres for Jimmy Barry Murphy.
It may not be Jimmy Ballymurphy. It'll be interesting. Yeah, Jimmy Ballymurphy is coming out to take it. I'm surprised that possibly it wasn't Donald Mahoney was taking it, because he's an exceptionally good dead ball kicker, and it would certainly be within his range now. Jimmy Ballymurphy can kick him from this distance as well, but Donald Mahoney normally kicks from the ground.
It's going to be Jimmy Barry Murphy from his hands. Straight in front, 44 metres we'll say. We won't argue about that metre. It's Jimmy Barry Murphy, and that's straight over the black spot, Matt. And that's 6 points to 1 lead for Ballylanders, who have started this game like a train.
Yeah, they have, and Michael Fox down there below us will be absolutely delighted with this. When we looked at this game during a break in the first game, that the impact of the performance or the poor performance on the part of Ballylanders against Napirshick was the wake up call that Ballylanders needed, because they had pretty impressive wins over Drumbradford and Monaleen, and they really put to the pin of their collar by Napirshick, but they have got lessons from it, and they have driven on.
Brian O'Connell now on the ball here for Ballylanders, looking for a 7 point, and that's another fantastic score from the Ballylanders side that have absolutely started this game like a house on fire. 7 points to 1. It's Brian O'Connell with their latest score, Matt, and just to re-emphasise your point, the last game against Napirshick they struggled. They've beaten Monaleen, they've beaten Drumbradford. Very impressive performance. We were here again in Kilmallock for that Drumbradford game where Brian O'Connell was arguably the best player and gave us a fantastic performance. He started well, they've started well.
They've started well, and you're looking at 7 points to 1 after 13 minutes. But very importantly, you're looking at 6 scorers, and you're looking at 6 points from play.
Very impressive Ballylanders as Danny Neville now tries to reignite this Ballysteen attack. He's won a free. Very clear tactic early on from Ballylanders. Anytime Neville gets the ball, he's been held up. It's going to be a second free from Mark Rannan, second attempted free. His first one didn't hit the target. He'll be looking from much closer in, to be fair, right on the 14-metre line. He'll take it from the ground again. Badly needed point that Ballysteen need at this early stage. 13 and a half minutes gone. Ballylanders leading 7 points to 1. Rannan should put this one over. Long run up from Mark Rannan, Ballysteen centre forward. Looking to tap this one over. It should be a relatively easy one, and it is. Straight over the bar from Mark Rannan. 7 points to 2, and Matt, as I said, badly needed score for Ballysteen.
Badly needed score, well taken by Mark Rannan. I suppose, at this level there's no easy freeze. That was certainly not the easiest to freeze. It wasn't the most difficult either. But look at the kick out now from Declan O'Connor has found Danny Froon. Absolutely perfectly placed.
That's the second time Declan O'Connor has found Danny Froon. Good movement from the Ballysteen players from that long kick out from Declan O'Connor. Kicked it right to the sideline, as you can see, and they've won a free, and it's Matt O'Mara who's in trouble with referee Jonathan Hayes, and it's a yellow card for Matt O'Mara. 14 minutes 20 seconds played. Yellow card was handed out, and Ballylanders will restart with Tom O'Dwyer taking this free. Looks to go relatively short into Owen Walsh. Walsh now back to Brian O'Connell. O'Connell paces away from Tom O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer does well to stay back with him. O'Connell with this shot, and that's just to the left and wide. A good effort from Brian O'Connell on the run, under decent pressure from Tom O'Dwyer, to be fair. had to go for it, Matt. Very unlucky.
Yeah. He was sort of committed to going for it. He was going at pace, and an opportunity to look up to see what the options were. I don't think there were too many anyway, but you know, it wasn't terribly far off.
The kick out from Conor ran in. His left go over the end line by Tom O'Dwyer, and he'll take this line ball himself. Longish ball in, looking for Matt. It's a lovely offload by Owen Walsh, but Danny Froome looks to have hurt himself. Danny Froome there as Ballysteen come away with the ball, and Mark ran in now to Matt O'Mara. O'Mara going down the right hand side. He has Paddy Vaughan in front of him, opts to give it elsewhere, and gives it to Willie O'Mara. Willie O'Mara, member of the Limerick Senior Football Championship, Senior Hurling Championship, winning panel, of course, but now playing football today with Ballysteen. Brought back for a free by Jonathan Hayes. He's calling one of the Ballylanders players. Moss Kelly is called over, who's been brought to his attention. Denny Neville must have been something off the ball. It's a yellow card either way from Moss Kelly, Matt.
Yeah, it is. Is it Moss Kelly, or it was Moss Kelly, or was it Stephen Walsh? I think it was Moss Kelly. It's hard to know from here. But it seemed to be off the ball anyway, because that didn't seem to be any particular reason as to why, when the free was given, that somebody should be brandished a yellow card. But he called him from a distance, and it's 7-3 now.
Mark Rannan sends over his second point of the game. 7 points to 3 in favour of Ballylanders after 16 and a half minutes of the second Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final in Kilmallock today. Earlier on, Monaleen beat St Kierans 3-13 to 2-9 against St Kierans. A very impressive form from the city side as Mark Rannan takes control again here for Ballysteen. Under pressure from Stevie Fox, but Rannan manages to get away, and still going Mark Rannan. Managed to offload to midfielder James O'Mara. O'Mara now again offloading. It's Willie O'Mara all the way out to this left hand side for Rannan. Dara Rannan now wearing number 24, but starting in the left corner. Dara Rannan with an absolutely stunning score just off the post. In fact, it's wide, just tailed wide at the last second. Great effort from Dara, and very close to being a score, man. Looked from here initially, just tailed away just at the last second.
Yeah, just tailed away. I was pretty sure that it was on radar, but there was no doubt. It did tail away at the very, very last minute. Played tricks with him, certainly. It would have been an excellent score.
John O'Shaughnessy winning the ball there to Danny Neville. Now offloads at Neville, coming onto his right hand side. Neville, that looks to be good this occasion. A fantastic score from Danny Neville. And Matt, if Ballysteen are to be successful today, the majority of attacks will have to revolve around Danny Neville.
Yeah, because he has started this game very well. That's his second point. He seems to be in very good form. Danny Neville on form is a joy to watch, and certainly overall, John, you would have to say that the response from Ballysteen is quite good. They've kicked the last 3 points.
As Kieran Kelly takes it on here from Ballysteen. Danny Froone's in a goal Justin! Goal for Ballylanders! Just as Matt O'Callaghan was saying, Ballysteen back in the game. Up come Ballylanders. Brilliant move. Danny Froome, fantastic finish.
He has scored excellently. Declan O'Connell has pinpointed him out from two kickouts, at the other end we have Danny Neville. Danny Neville
out to Sean Whelan. Great save, Declan O'Connor, and away comes Owen Martin with the ball for Ballylanders. Great save from Declan O'Connor, as Matt was talking there, and it's going to be a free as well here. Good chance of a goal. Great response from Ballysteen nearly, Matt, but fantastic save from Declan O'Connor.
Yeah, fantastic save. I suppose he's one of the most consistent goalkeepers in the business, Declan O'Connor. That was an absolutely fantastic save. I think it was Sean Whelan that was bearing down in goal, and he looked nailed on to score it, but Declan O'Connor, he just timed himself and spread himself at the right time. An excellent save, and you know, on the round of the year, any year for the number of years, and he's been a long time between the sticks. Like he's a crucial figure in the Ballylanders goal, and he makes those saves on a pretty regular basis.
Just noticed as well that Ballylanders have made a slight switch. Moss Kelly has been moved off Danny Neville. It's actually Stephen Walsh who's advancing with the ball now. That's been moved on to Danny Neville. Stephen Walsh into Brother Owen. Owen now off to Danny Froon. Froon has played a fantastic game in this opening 20 minutes now, and he's looking for another score. It's Froon once again. It's Froon that puts it straight over the bar, and that's 1-3 for Danny Brown. 1-8 for Ballylanders. 1-8 to 4 points they lead Ballysteen after 20 and a half minutes of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-final. And Matt O'Callaghan, Danny Froon is just impossible to mark at this stage.
Yeah, he's the Midas touch this afternoon. Anyway, anything he turns to is turning to goal. Like he has a goal and 3 points scored, but his overall contribution, he's causing all sorts of problems when he gets on the ball. And of course, he has pace, and certainly. Ballysteen have to find a way of counteracting him, or certainly reducing his influence to some degree, or if not, they're going to be in right trouble.
As Matt was speaking there, Ballysteen launching an attack with Dara Rannan finding Danny Neville. Again, Neville is fouled, and it's another booking for, and it looks to be Stephen Walsh on this occasion, so it must have been Moss Kelly in the first instance that was booked, Matt. But it's going to be another handy enough free here for Mark Rannan right in front. 14 metres out. You'd imagine he'll tap this one over, Matt, with relative ease.
Yeah, I would imagine so, and it would be the sensible thing to do to stay in touch. Try nothing fancy. Just quite happy to tap it over the bar.
An easy free for Mark Rannan. His third of the game, and it's 1-8 to 5 points in favour of Ballylanders after 22 minutes of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter final here in Kilmallock. Ballylanders goal just coming a couple of minutes ago from the very impressive Danny Froon as Ona Mahoney wins this kick out for Ballylanders. To Liam Martin. And Ona Mahoney again, long ball in, looking for Owen Walsh. Walsh takes control, lined up by Kevin McBain of Ballysteen, but Walsh with a flick. Side to Kieran Kelly. Kelly now trying to use his pace, taking on the Ballysteen defence. He has a go, does Kelly. And that's a fantastic score by Kieran Kelly. High. And Ballylanders again, Matt, just taking control, pushing it forward again.
Yeah, and I suppose from a perfect, it was a perfect response from a Ballylanders point of view to the concession of the free and the point there at that end. Like it's actually frustrating for Ballysteen at this point, because you'd have to say after going they went down 4 points within 5 minutes. Like they've had a decent response, but they find themselves now behind by 7 points. Like, and they have a lot of work to do to get back into this game, because Ballylanders are on top in a number of vital positions. All right, when Ballysteen get it up to the other end, Danny Neville is capable of causing problems, but the question is, will they get it up often enough to him? William O'Mara, now better known of course with the Limerick Senior hurling team, he seems to be gone in full forward at this stage, but you know, having firepower up there is okay, but you need to provide the ammunition.
As Ballylanders back on the attack here with Tom O'Dwyer giving the ball in, looking for Jimmy Barry Murphy now, lined up again by Kevin McMahon, who was down a couple of moments ago while before that kick out with injury. And it's a free in for Ballylanders. A foul on Stevie Fox by Killian Ferris, and a chance now for either Ona Mahoney or Jimmy Barry Murphy to increase Ballylanders' lead to 8 points, Matt.
Yeah, it's a very, very difficult angle. From what we see at the moment, it looks to me that just Jimmy Barry Murphy is going to take it on. Or is it Kieran Kelly? No, it is actually Kieran Kelly. He's taking it on. Jimmy Barry Murphy, he's gone in around the house.
It's Kelly from a very difficult angle here. He just let one over moments ago on the run. Can he take this one from a stationary position? He lines this up. It's a high one. It's a fine strike. And straight over the bar from Kieran Kelly. A fantastic score. Extends Ballylanders' lead to 1-9 to 5 points. Matt, again, every chance Ballylanders seem to be getting is going straight over the bar.
Yeah, I think that was a sublime execution, because it was no more than 20 metres out. It was way out on the left, only just a couple of metres in from the far sideline, and he judged it to absolute perfection. An absolutely excellent score by Kieran Kelly.
Mark Rannan wins a free here for Ballysteen, who badly need to get back into this contest, I should say. On the run is Killian Ferris. Ferris inside to Matt O'Mara. O'Mara now under pressure as Ballysteen transfer it quickly. It's Willie O'Mara that has a go in the end. It's O'Mara that looks to be tailing left, and it's well left to the goal. It hasn't even gone out. Now it has, according to the umpire, down at the town end, and it's another wide for Ballysteen. Kind of shot to nothing there from Willie O'Mara, hoping it might go over. It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't. Ballylanders taking a quick kick out. Jonathan Hayes doesn't seem to be satisfied with it, and he's asked Declan O'Connor to retake it. Takes it short this time to Jason Lee.
And Jason Lee comes away with the ball for Ballylanders. Looks inside where Stephen Walsh, captain of this Ballylanders side, is. Stephen Walsh now loses possession of it under pressure from Sean Whelan, but with all his years of experience, he easily gains possession of it again. Back again, Brian O'Connell then lays it off to Kieran Kelly, and there's pace and time here if Brian O'Connell can get this ball. It's a 50-50 challenge between Willie O'Mara and Brian O'Connell, and it's a line ball to Ballysteen is the final decision. Ball played across now to Packy Moore, and Moore now up to Matt O'Mara, and on again then as Ballysteen come back with Conor Enright. Conor Enright now lays the ball off to James O'Mara. O'Mara now, 4 Ballylanders players facing him as he looks to bring the ball forward, lays it off again to Whelan. Whelan under severe pressure. Great effort from Ballylanders from a defensive point of view. Matt O'Mara forced to bring it back to Conor Enright now. Enright will have to bring it left. No options for him right just to reignite this attack. It's inside to Ferris. Ferris with a great ball in for Mark Ryan. Goal chance here from Ballysteen. It's a push in the back by Brian O'Connell. Penalty for Ballysteen. A huge chance for them to get back into this game. Matt O'Callaghan.
Yeah, it was a beautiful pass into Mark Ranahan, and I honestly think it was an easy decision for Jonathan Hayes. It looked a clear penalty from here, but I suppose was he left with any option? It had goal written all over it, but is he going to take further action here? No, I think he's satisfied that the penalty might be enough, and I would imagine who will take this penalty now? Matt Ranahan is down.
I think at this stage Brian O'Connell has been shown a black card. We didn't see it ourselves, but Brian O'Connell's walking over towards us here at the moment. Seems to have been handed a black card for that push on Mark Ranahan. I suppose it did deny a goal. 50-50 call.
Yeah, I suppose it did. It looks as if Brian is taking the long walk at the moment, and he will play he'll certainly play no further part in this game. He can't be replaced now until the next break in play. And
the one thing is for sure here though, Brian O'Connell will be a huge loss for Ballylanders, and if Ballysteen can find it looks to be Packy Moore and it's lining this up, we'll get back to that in a second, but if Ballysteen took this away,
this is unusual. Packy Moore, obviously they know what they're doing. You would have thought that with finishers like Mark Ranahan on the field and Danny Neville, but obviously Packy Moore must.
And it's Moore that buries it into that corner. Sublime finish from Packy Moore, and that brings Ballysteen to within 5 points again, 110 to 1-5 in favour of Ballylanders. Much needed goal with 29 minutes on the clock, Matt.
Yeah, badly needed goal, and if there was such a thing as a perfect penalty, I think that was as near as you'll get to it.
Michael O'Rourke is the man who's come on for Ballylanders in place of the black-carded Brian O'Connell, as Owen O'Mahony wins that kick out. Low ball in, looking for Owen Walsh. Walsh has it now, leaves it after Froon, and Froon's away again. Takes on Conor Enright, beats Conor Enright. Danny Froon shot, that one is wide. It was wide from the moment he hit it, and a chance for Danny Froon. The first one he's missed, Matt, to be fair. Can't argue with him taking it on.
No, he's on form, and they were going over, and you would expect him when a fella's in a rich vein of form like that he would take it on. But if you were looking for the real McCoy wides, it was one.
as Packy Moran takes control of this kick out, short enough kick out. Moran leaves it off to Willie O'Mara, and Moran again. It's Ballysteen now visibly lifted by that goal with James O'Mara. James O'Mara all the way over here in tons of space was John O'Shaughnessy. He had to sprint to get to the ball. Not the best hand passer. He loses possession of it as O'Shaughnessy, but flicks it back inside to Danny Neville, and Ballylanders do just enough to come away with it. It's a late hit on Tom O'Dwyer there. Advantage being played, and it's Owen O'Mahony who has the ball for Ballylanders. Ballylanders now. Stevie Fox give it across, and Darragh Rannan intercepted. A goal chance here for Danny Neville. Maybe Neville has it. He's men inside if he can get it away to him. Ballylanders quick to open him. It comes to Matt O'Mara. That's a foot block by Stevie Fox. That will be another free from Ballysteen, and Matt, a perfect chance to reduce the lead to 4 just coming up to half time.
Yeah, it's a fantastic response from Ballysteen. Like they will if this goes over, and I've no reason to believe that it won't, in very quick time, in jig time, they will have reduced the lead from 8 to 4, and this will be a major fill-up for Ballysteen going in at half time, because had Ballylanders held out for an 8-point lead, certainly the mentors behind Ballysteen, this will change the team talk anyway.
And it should do anyways. Ranhan lines this one up from 14 metres. Should be relatively straightforward, and it is. Powers it over the bar. That makes the score Ballylanders 110, Ballysteen 1-6. We played 31 and a half minutes of this opening half of this Limerick Senior Football Championship quarter-final in Kilmallock. Earlier on today, Monaleen had a comfortable win over St Kierans in the first game here in Kilmallock. In the lead up to half-time, it's Owen O'Mahony on the ball for Ballylanders. He wins a free, looking to take it quick, but isn't allowed. And referee Jonathan Hayes very particular about where Owen O'Mahony's taking that free from. Technically correct, but should have probably left it go. O'Mahony slows it down now anyway, and no rush to take it. Takes it short in the end for Kieran Kelly. Back to O'Mahony. 32 minutes played now as O'Mahony launches one. Home Watch will do well to keep this one in play. Indeed, it's gone over the sideline on this far side. Over 2.5 minutes nearly played now, Matt, as Ballysteen look to launch one more attack before referee Jonathan Hayes blows his half-time whistle. Indeed, that is the half-time whistle. Half-time here in Kilmallock. Ballylanders lead 110 to 1-6 over Ballysteen, and Matt, you've already mentioned it, Ballysteen will be delighted to win at half-time, only 4 points down.
They will, and at the same time, Ballylanders will be quite happy to hear the half-time whistle, because certainly Ballysteen had got a bit of a run on them, and like the sharpness and the finesse that they had shown for the first 20 minutes seemed over the last 10 minutes a bit to have deserted them, but that was due in part, and no small part, to Ballysteen upping the tempo and upping the work rate, and becoming a bit sharper, and cutting out the mistakes and the unforced error. They probably, it's their first time here with a number of years at this level. I suppose you could excuse it for being a little nervous early on, but like certainly all the focus in the first 20 minutes seemed to be with Ballylanders. They could do no wrong. They did an awful lot of things right, but like now that the margin has been cut back to 4 points, we're in for an interesting second half.